Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskritam Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasa Tato Jayam Udirayat Nasta Preshu Abhadeshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavati Uttama Shloke Bhakti Bhavati Naistiki. Hare Krishna. Thank you for attending Bhagavatam class. Hopefully we can say something of significance. We're reading from the Son of Drona Punished, text number 35. Mainam partarhasi tratum Brahma bandhum imam jahi Yoso anagasa suptan Havadin nishibalakan Mainam partarhasi tratum Brahma bandhum imam yahi Yoso anagasa suptan Avadin nishibalakan Mainam partarhasi tratum Brahma bandhum imam yahi Yoso anagasha suptan Avadin nishibalakan Mainam partarhasi tratum Brahma bandhum imam jahi Yoso anagasa suptan Avadin nishibalakan. Ladies. Mainam partarhasi tratum Brahma bandhum imam jahi Yoso anagasa suptan Avadin nishibalakan Mainam partarhasi tratum Brahma bandhum imam jahi Yoso anagasa suptan Avadin nishibalakan Mainam partarhasi tratum Brahma bandhum imam jahi Yoso anagasha suptan Avadin nishibalakan Mainam partarhasi tratum Brahma bandhum imam yahi Yoso anagasa saptan Avadin nishibalakan. Anyone else? Mainam partarhasi tratum Brahma bandhum imam yahi Yoso anagasa suptan avadini shibalakan. Man inam, never unto him. Partha, O Arjun. Arhasi, ought to. Tratum, give release. Brahmabandhum, a relative of a Brahmin. Imam, him. Jahi, kill. Yaha, he who has. Aso, those. Anagasa, faultless. Suptan, while sleeping. Avadit, killed. Nishi, at night. Balakan, the boys. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. Lord Sri Krishna said, O Arjun, you should not show mercy by releasing this relative of a Brahmin, Brahmabandhu, for he has killed innocent boys in their sleep. Please repeat. Lord Sri Krishna said, O Arjun, you should not show mercy by releasing this relative of a Brahmin, Brahmabandhu, for he has killed innocent boys in their sleep. The word Brahmabandhu is significant. A person who happens to take birth in the family of a Brahmin, but is not qualified to be called a Brahmin, is addressed as the relative of a Brahmin and not as a Brahmin. The son of a high court judge is not virtually a high court judge, but there is no harm in addressing a high court judge's son as a relative of the honorable justice. Therefore, as by birth only, one does not become a high court judge, so also one does not become a Brahmin simply by birthright, but by acquiring the necessary qualifications of a Brahmin. As a high court judgeship is a post for a qualified man, so also the post of a Brahmin is attainable by qualification only. The Shastra enjoins that even if good qualifications are seen in a person born in a family other than that of a Brahmin, the qualified man has to be accepted as Brahmin. And similarly, if a person born in the family of a Brahmin is void of Brahminical qualification, then he must be treated as a non-Brahmin, or in better terms, relative of a Brahmin. Lord Sri Krishna, the supreme authority of all religious principles, the Vedas, has personally pointed out these differences. He's about to explain the reason for this in the following shlokas. Om Jnana Timirandasya Jana Jana Shalakaya Chakshun Militam Gena Taismai Shri Gurave Namaha. So here we see Aswatam, son of Dronacharya, committing the most demonic, heinous activities. So, is he a Brahmin? What are the qualities of a Brahmin? Shamadama tapasocham, shantir arjamamevacha, jnana vijnana ashtikam, brahma karma svabhavajam. Samadama, sense control, mind control, tapasya. Austerities, what are the austerities? The 4 rules and regulations of Dharma are the austerities for us. No meat eating, intoxication, illicit sex, or gambling. Socham, cleanliness. So cleanliness is not only external. Brahman actually is supposed to take bath 3 times in a day. But Socham also means keeping the heart purified. Anartha nivriti sad, getting rid of all the anarthas within the heart. Here we see that Aswatam is full of hate and envy. Matsarya. He's very envious to the point where he kills innocent children, the children of Draupadi and the Pandavas. Most heinous person. Even in Kali Yuga, This would be considered a great crime. So Krishna is urging Arjuna here that he's not a Brahmin at all. He's not even a third-class person. He's less than a Sudra. So the Manu Samhita says that one who murders, his best option is for a capital punishment. That way, when he goes to the courtyard of Yamaraj, ahani bhutani gachantiya yamalayam sheshastavram ichanti kimascharyam ataparam. Maharaj Yudhishthira said that everyone is going through life, mogasha moga karmana, they're completely bewildered by the modes of material nature. Rakshashim asurim chaiva, prakritim mohinim shita. But at the time of death, the Yamadutas come and drag him down the royal road to hell, as we read in the 3rd canto of the Srimad Bhagavatam. Kapila Dev describes to Devahuti, his mother, how the living entity goes through life committing all kinds of sinful activities and cheating others simply to maintain body and family together. And so at the time of death, unfortunately, he has to take birth in the hellish planets and be punished. So here, Aswatam is an example of this demoniac tendencies, demoniac mentality. He doesn't even care for God. As when Krishna showed his universal form to Duryodhana and Karna, when he went as a messenger and pleaded for only give 5 villages for the Pandavas and stop this war. And then they tried to tie him up with ropes. They tried to kidnap the Lord himself, and he manifests his universal form. So the demons, they can never recognize Lord Krishna. Queen Kunti says, just as an actor on a stage cannot be recognized. So Lord Krishna, Name vidu suragana prabhavam nama harishaya. No one knows me, even the great demigods, the great rishis, they do not know Krishna. Only by pure devotional services, he tells Arjuna in the 11th chapter. Bhaktistu ananyaya shakya. First you become my devotee, ananyaya, without any material desires, without any desire for fame, any desire for prestige, any kind of desire at all, any speculative tendencies, make them all zero. Anyabhilashita shunyam, jnana karma nanavridam. So this is what is pure devotional service. So we see even these are personalities in the Mahabharata, but they are demonic. Therefore Krishna has them all destroyed. He tells Arjuna, he says, O Savyasachan, you're an instrument. He says, all these men on this battlefield, they're already killed by me. That is Krishna's plan, to diminish the demoniac forces on Mother Earth, on the Earth planet. So irregardless of Krishna showing his universal form to the Kauravas, still they didn't accept him as the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So this illusion is very strong. The Maya is extremely strong. Even Krishna is in front of you, and still, no. And out of envy, Matsaran, they wanted to inflict some punishment on the Pandavas. They're so envious. Even Duryodhana was lying there, and Aswatam said, hey, I've killed the children of the Pandavas. Even Duryodhana was traumatized. He's completely, scandalized by this person killing these innocent children. After all, later on we'll read in the chapter 8 that there's different classes of personalities that should always be protected. The women, old men, old people, children, Brahmins, like that, they should always be protected by the Kshatriyas, by society. Should never be killed, ever. So these are the qualities here he's exhibiting of a demon. And Krishna delineates those qualities in the 16th chapter. First he tells Arjuna all the divine qualities. Abhayam Shatvasham Shudir Jnana Yoga Vyavastitihi Dhanam Dhammascha Yagyascha Swadhyaya Tapa Arjavam. These are qualities of a Vaishnava who is superior even to a Brahmin. The first one, of course, is Abhayam, Srila Prabhupada, Abhaya Charanara Vindam, fearless, crossing the ocean at the age of 69, 70, experiencing heart attacks, simply to deliver the fallen souls in the age of Kali, empowered by the Supreme Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. He took every risk to deliver the conditioned souls in Kali Yuga. That is Srila Prabhupada, the great Mahabhagat. Who can compare? So, in that particular chapter, of course, then Krishna tells Arjuna, don't worry, you're of divine qualities, but let me explain to you demoniac qualities. So, of course, in Kali Yuga, everyone is influenced by these demoniac qualities. Pride, dambo, darpo, abhimanascha, pride, conceit, arrogance, abhimana. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, amanina. Devotee of the Lord, a saintly person, is very humble. He sees himself lower than the straw on the street. In fact, he instructs his devotees that you should take this verse, Trinadapisa Nichena Taror Apisa Hishnuna Amanina Manadena Kirtaniya, and string it on the beads of the holy name. That's all we have, is the holy name of the Lord. Nam Namakari Bahuda Nija Sarva Shaktis. Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Lord Krishna in the age of Kali, has invested all his Shaktis. Sarvasya Shaktir Vividhai Vashriyate. Swabhaviki Gyana Bala. Krishna has so much Shakti. He can destroy the entire universe in a moment. He creates universes without any effort. Billions and trillions of universes. And yet he's lying in the lap of Mother Yashoda. So these Shaktis are invested in the holy name of the Lord. Nam Namakari Bahuda Nija Sarva Shaktis Tatarpita Niyamita Smarane Nakala. Itajisi Tava Kripa Bhagavan Mamapi Dudaiva Miji Sam Mihajani Na Anuraga. Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu did not leave us a huge amount of knowledge. He empowered the 6 Goswamis to write literatures. Nana, how's it go? Nana Shastra Vichara and Aikanipano. The 6, especially Rupa Goswami, Sanatana Goswami, Jiva Goswami, they were empowered to write literatures revealing the path of devotional service, how to become a devotee of the Lord, free from all material desires, full of devotion to Lord Krishna. That is all we want. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says, I'm merely chanting the holy name. My only reward is the treasure house of love of God. Prema. Prema Maharta Puman. That the goal of human life, the greatest treasure in life, is how to develop our love for Lord Krishna. And they're freely giving it in this age of Kali. Shri Panchatattva. They danced and chanted and broke open the storehouse of love of God and distributed it freely to those who were fit or unfit. Dira Dira Jana Priyo Priyakaro Nirmatsaro Pujito. The 6 Goswamis, they were popular both with the Dira and the Adira. It means the gentle and the ruffians. Why? Because Nirmatsaranam, they were non-envious. Non-envious means no false ego, no ahankar. They were transcendental to even, as Lord Chaitanya empowered Ramananda Roy to go beyond the varnas and ashramas and come to the point of seeing Gopi Bhartur Pada Kamalayura Dasa Dasa Nudas. I'm simply a servant of the servant of the servant of the Lord of the Gopis, Lord Krishna, who is dancing with the Gopis in the spiritual world. And that is why Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Lord Nityananda have now appeared here in Navadvip, Sridham Mayapur. Nitai Pada Kamalayor, Koti Chandra Shushitala, Echayai Jagajurai, Eno Vine Nitebai, Radha Krishna. Lord Nityananda, his lotus feet are like millions of moons. They're so soothing. And no one can get the mercy of the Lord. No one can understand the intimate pastimes that Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is giving us. The love between Radha and Krishna. He wants to give it, but we have to get the mercy of Lord Nityananda. Once he gives the mercy, then of course it is possible that the Lord's pastimes in Goloka Vrindavan will be revealed to us. That is why Lord Chaitanya is known as Mahavadanyaya. In other ages he came, he killed everyone, and he protected his devotees. Pritranaya sadhunam vinashaya duskitam. But in this age, everyone is such a demoniac person. Kalir dosha nide rajan astireko mahadgunan kirtanadeva krishnasya mukta param mukta sadaparam bhaja. That in this age of Kali, it is just full of sinful activities. Everyone is demonic. But Lord Nityananda is going door to door with Haridas Thakur. And even Jagai Mara was chasing them through the streets of Navadvip. And Haridas Thakur was, Nityananda, you're going to get us killed. Still, Lord Nityananda was so merciful. Jagai Madai, they were murderers and rapists. They were raping and murdering, although they were born in a Brahmin family. Just as Aswatthama, born son of a great Brahmin, Brahmacharya, but he has become fully degraded, murderer of children, fully degraded. So that is the problem. As Kali Yuga as Dwapara Yuga was coming to an end, Kali Yuga is entering. So many degradations are happening. First, the Brahmanas are becoming very degraded. Shringi, he cursed the great king Parikshit Maharaj, cursed him to die in 7 days. Of course, Krishna's arrangement was that now Parikshit Maharaj can hear the entire Srimad Bhagavatam Purana and go back home, back to Godhead. But still, the indication is there by Srila Prabhupada in the purports that the degradation of the Brahmins is the beginning of Kali Yuga. And we see that historically, how the Brahmins imposed their position of authority on all the other castes, called them Harijans, untouchables, they can't go in the temple, all nonsense. Anyone can come in a temple. Aho bato swapacho tugarian yajjivage vartate namatubhyam. Tipuste juhu shashnur aryat brahmanachu nama grinanti yete. This verse is described by Maharaj Yudhisthira that, oh, how great it is, the one who is born in the family of dog-eaters. If he has the holy name of the Lord dancing on his tongue, he's performed all tapasya, he's performed all the rituals of the Brahmins. He's taken bath in all the holy places, and he's more than a Brahmin. This is the qualification of a Brahmin. He's constantly glorifying the Lord, satatam kirtayantamam, always glorifying the Lord. Brahma Bhuta Prashanatma, he's on the transcendental platform, where he's always remembering the Lord. As Rupa Goswami says, the golden rule is always remember the Lord and never forget the Lord. It's not so difficult after all. Krishna is herding cows in Goloka Vrindavan with his cowherd boyfriends, and Mani Yashoda is waiting for him on the Chandra Shalika on her roof, looking for the peacock feather amongst the dust. So devotees of the Lord, Krishna reveals himself, and Krishna doesn't care that Mother Yashoda thinks that he's God. He wants the pure love. The pure love. As we know, when he revealed in his mouth the universal form, Mother Yashoda started glorifying him, and he became very bored, so he put her into Yogamaya again. So like that, the flow of love is being offered by Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And this flow of love will fill the heart with compassion, so that devotee is very compassionate. We know that. Later on we'll see, Draupadi even forgives Aswatthama. She says, don't kill him, I respect him, he's son of Dronacharya, a great Brahmin. Please don't kill him. Krishna is saying, kill him, he's a rascal. But Draupadi, being a soft-hearted mother, didn't want to see the wife of Dronacharya suffering like she did. This is the heart of a devotee. Arjuna is standing there looking at the millions and millions of soldiers, and Krishna is saying all of them will be killed except for you, the Pandavas. 640 million soldiers, elephants, horses, chariot, everything will be destroyed. So Arjuna is shaking. His heart is full of compassion. He says, dropped his Gandiva voice, said, I cannot fight. Krishna, I can't do this. And Krishna, of course, chastises him. Asochananda, sochastvam pragyavaram. You're speaking like a learned person, but you don't understand that the soul. And then he goes into the descriptions of the soul and the fact that all these men on the battlefield, they'll be killed, but Krishna is on the battlefield, they'll all get moksha. Even the demons like Shishupal, he got moksha from Krishna. Whatever Krishna does is absolutely beneficial for everyone, whether he kills or he gives his embraces, like that. So this is a description here of the demoniac nature of Aswatam and what will happen to him. I don't know what time. I'll check the time. Is it time for questions? Oh, there's lots of time. Would anyone like to make a comment? Anyone like to offer something? Well, we can drill down a little. Yes, Prabhu? 2 questions.
Maharaj, Dandavat Pranam. I have a question. Why Draupadi forgave all the Ashwatthama? What was the reason? Is it worse than killing, or what is that?
Why did Draupadi forgive Aswatam? Was it sense of duty, or that's your question?
Is it worse than the killing, or what is that? Forgiving is better than killing, or what? That's what.
Very difficult to hear. Well, Draupadi, Prabhupada described that being a woman, she's very soft-hearted. From the Shastric point of view, Krishna, who is the authority of the Vedas, it says here, Vedanta Vidveda Videva Chaham. Krishna is the source of all the Vedas. He knows all the religious principles. So, based on Shastra, Shastra means to enforce. This person should be given capital punishment. Eye for an eye, a tooth for a tooth, as they say. Draupadi, however, being a soft-hearted woman, she didn't want to cause any more suffering to the mother of Aswatam. There's so much suffering that she was witness to. The other point is that she had great respect for the Brahmins because she is a Kshatri. She's a princess, a queen, royal queen, the wife of the Pandavas. So they have great respect for the Brahmin, great respect. So she was showing also respect for the Brahmin caste, the Brahminical status. And so she thought we should respect him. But he's not a Brahmin, Brahma Bandhu. Where is he a Brahmin? Where are the qualities of a Brahmin? They're not there at all. Yajana, he didn't, what sacrifices was he performing? Was he teaching people sacrifice? Patana? Did he cultivate spiritual knowledge? Did he give spiritual knowledge to others? And dana, pratigraha, did he give in charity? Did he accept charity? Did he give in charity? These are the 6 activities of a Brahmin. Where are the qualities? So Prabhupada says here, by merit. And actually in the 7th canto, Yasyala Lakshanam Proktam Pumse Varna Bivanjakam, Tad adya tapi drisyeta tattanaiva vidirnishat. That verse is spoken by Narada Muni. And he says, if a person has the qualities of a Brahmin, he may be born Sudra. If a person has the qualities of a Sudra, no problem. You should, even you're born Brahmin, if you have the qualities of Sudra. Just like in my country, in America, Canada, these countries, Sudra is very, very glorified. Carpenters, I know so many plumbers are multimillionaires. My doctor, he's Gujarati. And he told me, Kripanidhi, I should have been a plumber. I said, yes, because the plumbers in America are very wealthy. So that's the thing. In the caste system, caste consciousness is really a perversion of the entire Sanatan Dharma. If you have tendency as a Sudra technologist, technology, whatever, you do that, but you serve Krishna. After all, we know that Prataparuja Maharaj, he was born in the Kayasta community. They're considered Sudra. But he was such a great devotee that Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu embraced him and revealed his form as Sri Krishna, Chaitanya Radha Krishna Nahi Anya. He showed Ramananda Roy his form of Radha and Krishna. So Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is a great revolutionary. He revolutionized the entire Varnashram system, right? That's what he did. Kibe vripe kibe nasi sudre kene noy ye Krishna tattvavete se guru hoy. Kiba vipura kibe nyasi. Doesn't matter, sannyasi, grihasta, vanaprastha, just serve Krishna nicely. Manasa deho geho yoke chumora arpilantua pada nanda kishore. This is the song of Bhaktivinoda Thakur. My mind, my body, my words, my family, my house, everything I offer in sacrifice to Lord Krishna. And then Yogakshemam Vahamyaham. Krishna will protect you. He will take care of you. You have to worry about nothing. Yogakshemam Vahamyaham. He says, I carry what they lack and preserve what they have. Matchita sarva durgani mat prasadat tarishyasi. He says, just become conscious of me. Matchita. Sarva durgani mat prasadat. By my mercy, I'll remove all the obstacles in your life. I'll remove everything. The Pandavas were persecuted. They tried to kill them by fire, by poison cake. So many ways. And they tricked them into losing their kingdom. But ultimately, Krishna was showing that even a devotee has to go through so many problems, trials, and tribulations in life. As Krishna is testing. Tatte nukampam shishamiksamano punjane vatma kritam vipakam rigvag vapubir vidadan namaste jiveta yo mukti padaya sadaya bhak. That devotee goes through and accepts all these different trials and tribulations as purification. Krishna is purifying me. And whatever I'm experiencing, I should have received far more bad karma. But Krishna is letting me suffer a little bit. Purify my heart, purify myself, purify my mind and heart, so that I can come to Him. Krishna is gradually bringing us to Him, but it takes great determination, right? Yatantascha dhridavrataha. You have to be determined. The mind is our great enemy, right? The mind is telling us, chanchala, imana Krishna. Even Arjuna says, I'm having trouble with my mind. Pramati balavadridam. Pramati is very stubborn. No, don't surrender. Don't surrender. Don't chant Hare Krishna. Take a day off. Prabhupada said if you simply chant 16 rounds a day, follow the 4 principles, he said, this is my guarantee. I will take you back home, back to Godhead. Simple process. Simply continue. Mama Maya Diraja, Maya is so strong. She attacks in so many ways when you're not looking. Krishna Surya Sama Maya Haya Andikar Yahan Krishna Tahan Nahi Maya Adikar. As soon as you stop being Krishna conscious, Maya is right there. She doesn't take vacations. Wherever there's light, there's no shadow. You go in the shadow, she's right there. Come with me. Come and gratify your senses. Come and gratify your false ego. So chetate tato vimukha chetasa indriyartam maya sukayam baram udvahato vimudha. Prahlad Maharaj says, my only lamentation is that all these living beings, all these souls, are suffering in the maya sukaya, baram. Baram means society, friendship, and love. I have my position in society. I'm the Prime Minister of India. I'm this, I'm that. I'm a governor of West Bengal. People adore me, they love me. My children love me, my wife loves me. All is finished, time of death. Antakale chamam meva smaran mukta. Will you think of God at the time of death? And then he says, then you can come to me. Samad bhavam, you can come to me simply to think of me. Remember me. It's not so easy. But that's what we are preparing for every day. Preparing for that time when Krishna will embrace us. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is very merciful. Very merciful. And even more than that is the devotees of Lord Chaitanya. They're even more merciful. Shama, they're very forgiving. So devotees may make mistakes, but we have to pick ourselves up and keep going. Keep pushing. As they say in the West, don't take your foot off the gas pedal. Don't take your foot off the gas pedal. Keep the gas going on the old airplane or the cars going back home, back to Godhead. Srila Prabhupada is very merciful. Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati, the great acharyas, they're very merciful. They're full of mercy. And of course, Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. The great acharyas are the mercy manifestation of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's mercy. He simply wants that everyone can cultivate love for him, for Krishna. Yes, Prabhu, another question? You have to speak loudly because the fans are going.
My second question is, when during Dwapar Yuga, when the demoniac activities they have performed, whether after at the end they have gone to Yamalo, at Naraka or at Vaikuntha, where they have gone? These Kauravas, when they got killed after performing so much of demoniac activities, whether they went to Naraka or Vaikuntha Loka, where they have gone?
These people on the battlefield? Well, because Krishna is on the battlefield, of course, it's described also that Duryodhana was seen in heaven. And then Yudhisthira and the Pandavas, they said, oh, we don't want heaven. Devotee doesn't care about heaven, heavenly planets. They don't care heaven or hell. How's that go? Narayana parasarvena kuttaschana bibhyati swarga pavarga narakeshu apitulyartha parshada. Narayana Parayana, devotee of Narayan, he doesn't care whether he is in hell or in heaven, because Janma Mrityu Jara Vyadi, even in the heavenly planets, they have to go, die, leave their bodies, and so on. And if they're enjoying too much, then they take birth in Marchaloka, Krishna describes to me, right? So, because Krishna is seen by all the soldiers, they get so much benefit. Anyone that sees Krishna, time of death. I mean, even Putana tried to kill Krishna. Krishna is so merciful, he allowed her to be a maidservant of Mother Yashoda in Goloka Vrindavan. So merciful. Krishna is actually hankering for the souls. They're his souls. Aham bija pradapita, right? Sarva yoni shikuntaya. All souls are part and parcel of Lord Krishna. He's hankering for us to go back home, back to Godhead. Prabhupada's magazine, Back to Godhead magazine. Back to Godhead. He put that. He wants everyone to go back to Godhead sooner or later. We want to go sooner. Prabhupada said, don't waste time. Don't flirt with Maya. Don't waste time. Simply, whatever service, whatever guna and karma you have that service, you do the service nicely with the mood of helping the mission of Lord Chaitanya. You may be a cook in the kitchen, you may be a cleaner, you may be a preacher, whatever. As long as your desire is to please the acharyas, the spiritual master, and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, then you'll be blessed. We're all blessed. We're under the umbrella of Lord Chaitanya's and Srila Prabhupada's lotus feet. We want to stay there. Prabhupada would cry when one of his disciples left. He'd say, well, what did I do? In Hawaii, this one devotee came to see him after many years. He left Gaurasundar. Was it Gaurasundar? Or Madhudvisha? Gaurasundar. It was Gaurasundar. He came there after many years. Prabhupada said, what did I do wrong? Prabhupada was taking all the blame. What did I do wrong? You know, but the Maya is very powerful. Prabhupada said, we are not, us Westerners, Americans, we're not afraid of Maya. Maya is everywhere in the West. And India is trying to follow. Yes, become Western. Technology. Ugra karma. Etam justam avastabhya nastalpa nalpa buddhaya prabhavanti ugra karmana shayaya jagato hitaha. Krishna warns about this ugra karma, technology, factories, exploiting the resources of Mother Bhumi simply for a few rich men to live nicely. He says, this will destroy everything. This is animal life, he says. We'll read later about Maharaj Yudhisthira, who performed Aswamedha Yagyas. And because of that, the mountains produced diamonds and emeralds and rubies and sapphires. The oceans supplied nice fertilizer. The rivers supplied nice fertilizers for the agriculture, and they supplied pearls. Like this, Mother Bhumi was supplying all the food necessary because of yagya. Yagnartat karmananyacha lokoyam karma bandhanaha. If one performs yagya vai Vishnu, which in Kali Yuga is Kali Kalir Dharam Harinam Sankirtan. Simply chanting of the holy name, that is the Sankirtan, Yagyai Sankirtanik Prayar Yajantihi Shumedasha. That is the yagya, very simple. It's not like Aswamedha Yagya. Very simple. So Maharaj Yudhisthira was a good king, a Dharma Raj king, and everything was supplied nicely. You don't need factories. Prabhupada says it's simply darkness. It's simply a dungeon of demons. You read that in, I think it's the ninth chapter, where Prabhupada talks about the industry and nightclubs and all these things. He says it's merely a dungeon of demons. So he ends the purport. It's merely a dungeon of demons. Dungeon of demons. And Prabhupada never pulled his punches. When I was in LA, he was sitting with some scholars, big scholars, knowledge elites coming to see him. And Prabhupada said, those who do not believe in God, they're madmen. He's saying they're simply madmen. How can you not believe in God? Look at the nature. The more they study science, biology, the more they find. Now they found the DNA, highly technological in the DNA, the coding for the production of different organs in the body. So how can they not believe in God? They're simply madmen. And one scholar, he said, isn't that a little harsh? He said, you're being a little harsh? Maybe stupid. Prabhupada said mad means everything, covers everything. Stupid, foolish. He said covers everything, madmen. Nunam pramata kurute vikarma yadindriya priti apniyatu. Simply mad after sense gratification. Mad, pramata, madmen. And they're the leaders of society. Leaders of society. Ashma plavayava means Yesham kupata destrinam, those who lead people on the wrong path. Patatam tamasi, towards ignorance. Ye shudatana, and those who follow them. Shudatana, vachastevai. Majanti ashma plava is just like a captain who's leading people into the boat. What ashma plava means, the boat is made of stone. The boat is made of stone, they will all sink into the darkness. They'll all sink and drown. So the souls are actually drowning. They're all drowning. So it's our duty to try to deliver souls every day, every moment, how to deliver them. Because Haridas Thakur tells Lord Chaitanya, he says, Lord Chaitanya, if someone doesn't get the mercy, your mercy, in the age of Kali, he will take kalpas, millions of kalpas of birth in lower species. This is the discussion between Haridas Thakur and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Lord Chaitanya is crying, how can we help these fallen souls? And Haridas Thakur is describing how powerful the holy name is, how merciful the holy name is. Even you don't know what it means. But he says if no one gets his mercy in this age of Kali, he'll take birth for millions of, how much is a kalpa? Anyone know? 4,300,000,000 years. It's one Divya Yuga, right? 1,000 Divya Yugas. That's a long time. And Haridas Thakur, Namacharya Haridas is saying, that is their situation. Every time they eat a cow, it says in the 5th canto, every hair on the cow, one birth in Mahararava, a hellish planet. For each hair. I know people have been eating cow meat for 60 years, every day. It's called McDonald's hamburgers. They kill 34 million cows in America every year. I don't know how many in India, but I heard India is starting now. Cow is the mother. Denu Datri Tata Prithvi. It's described that she's one of the 7 mothers. Denu. How can you kill your mother? All the demigods are living in the body of a cow. Even Lakshmi comes there and takes birth in the stool of the cow. Appears. All the demigods are inside that cow. Cow is the mother. Atmamata Guropatni Brahmani Rajapatnika Denu Datri Tata Prithvi. These are the 7 mothers. How can you kill your mother? And therefore you have to take birth for every hair on the body of the cow in the hellish planet. Described in the 5th canto. Take it or leave it. Either you're going to believe it or not. We believe it. We accept the Vedas. We do not accept speculation. The scientists, whoever, whoever. Their knowledge is mayaya aparita jnana, stolen by illusion. We don't accept that. We accept what the acharyas are telling us. Evam parampara praptam. They're saying, if you do these things, you will go to hell. And then you'll take birth in the womb of lower creatures, right? Mudo jonesi janmasu. One who dies in the mode of ignorance, they take birth in the animal species. Tata pralinas tamasa mudho jonesu jayate. You take birth in the species of animals, dogs and cats. In fact, I hate to say it, but Srila Prabhupada once said that an astrologer here in Calcutta said that Pandit Nehru took birth as a dog in Stockholm. They're coolie, the bad leaders. Although everyone, oh yeah, Nehru, you know. They're not good leaders. They're blind leading the blind. Their only hope is Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's mercy. That's the only hope. So whatever little we can do for Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, we do. We try our best. We're all little devotees. Srila Prabhupada, that's different. Great Maha devotee. Krishna Shakti Vinana He Tara Pravartana. Krishna Shakti. Empowered by Lord Krishna. Lord Chaitanya. Hare Krishna. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Yes, Prabhu? You have a comment, question?
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Very nice. Nice class. Thank you very much.
Your name is, Prabhu?
Guru Dakshin.
Guru Dakshinda. Haribo.
Haribo. Prabhupada had a lot of faith in us. He had a lot of faith in us. I recall on his last morning walk here in 75, he is stating that you all can become acharya. He was talking about the qualifications of acharya, and he said that you can have 1,000 followers. He didn't call them disciples, 1,000 followers. You can have, and you make that 10,000, and then you make that 100,000, and then you make that 1,000,000. Well, we have some wonderful Iskcon leaders who have 10,000, some who have 1,000. So they're well on the way, and they can be called acharyas because they are following Prabhupada and Shastra, and they are leading the world into Krishna consciousness. Now, the position of acharya, is it dependent upon the varnas? We're talking a lot here about the qualities of a brahmana, but can these acharyas also come from any of the 4 varnas? And therefore, if you have, let's take a good example, Facebook followers. We have people who have 5 million followers, or they have 1,000 followers. So if these people take to Krishna consciousness, then their followers will take to Krishna consciousness. There is good precedent for that. So how do you, is there a shastric, Prabhupada didn't mention about any of the 4 varnas that they could become acharyas, but is acharya dependent upon being a brahmana? Hare Krishna.
Vaishnava is superior to a Brahmin. Maharaj Prabhupada, although Lord Chaitanya was very hesitant to give him his association, his darshan, of course he ended up doing it. So externally he had some hesitation. Maharaj Prabhupada is a great devotee of the Lord. He's a Mahabhagavat devotee of the Lord. And he's a Kshatriya. Ramananda Roy, Kayasta, Raghunath Das Goswami. Actually, Sanatan and Rupa, Dabir Kash and Sakir Malik were considered Muslims. They had adopted the culture of the Muslims. Who can compare to Rupa Goswami, Sanatan Goswami? Great, great personalities. So there's no disqualification, there's no external consideration. It is if you have developed your love for the holy name, you cannot be appointed as an acharya. It becomes self-manifest, just like the moon, the full moon, you know? It dissipates all the darkness. So Srila Prabhupada dissipated all the darkness of Kali Yuga. Self-evident acharya. I think Bhaktivinoda Thakur said that the symptom of a great devotee is he has loads of devotees that he has converted to Krishna. And that is Srila Prabhupada. Hare Krishna. All glories to Srila Prabhupada.